All right, team, welcome to this week's Team Hustle and Heart Thursday night Zoom. So excited to be here with you guys as always. Happy Valentine's Day. That means I am going to go a little more quickly than normal. You guys know how I love to talk fast. This is being recorded, so if you miss something, don't panic. I will get it up faster than I got up last week. So, okay, I literally just uploaded it yesterday. I'll try to upload this one tomorrow. That way it's available for you guys a little bit sooner. Life has been crazy, and I think that we just God, there's just so many things happening. There's so much momentum. There's so many new people. And I think that one of the number one biggest things that I see from a lot of new people and from the feedback that I'm getting from our leaders is that when people are getting objections, when they're hearing no, not right now, maybe, the other common objections are things like I'm too busy, I don't know enough people, I'm not a salesperson, I don't have any money, all of these kinds of objections. A lot of times when we're brand new, we don't want to be pushy. And so we just kind of go, oh, okay, like, no worries, like, have a good one. And that's not a bad response. You never want to be pushy. You never want to be rude to anyone. And you never know what someone is going through. But what I know is that the best way to build connections with people is that when they say, God, you know, I'm just so busy. You come back with, girl, same. Girl, same. I am so busy. Or I was so busy when I started this business. Or maybe you're not busy and you work this business all day, but you can say, you know what? We have girls on our team that are so busy and they're still making this work for them. And so it's those kinds of phrases that I want to talk to you guys about today, of kind of how to diffuse somebody who seems to have every excuse, every objection in the book, and turn them into this potential literally just by connecting with them. Like literally just by bridging that gap between who they think they have to be to work this business and what you know about this business to be true. So for me, it's like when somebody is like, God, you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom, you know, or just, I mean, anything. I'm a college student. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I work full-time. I work 2 full-time jobs. Maybe it's a combination of all of the above. I know there's somebody within It Works who was in the exact same situation as them that's now a triple presidential or ambassador diamond. So it's all about that mindset. So the first thing I want to talk about is just the word no in general. And I think that you have to just be like, when you hear no, or no thank you, or I changed my mind, I think the first reaction is to take it personally. And I want to talk about that for a second, because if you're sitting out to dinner somewhere and the waitress comes up with the water pitcher and says, would you like more water? And you say no, the waitress isn't taking that personally, guys. She's not going in the back and crying about the fact that you didn't want to refill on your water. She's just saying, okay, no worries, and moving on to the next table. And that's exactly how you need to look at the word no. You need to look at it as not right now. I don't know enough about what you're talking about, so I'm saying no out of like fear of like, I don't know what this is, so I'm just going to say no because I don't know what it is. Or they're saying no because it really just, that's just where they're at right now in their life. I learned something from an ambassador diamond named Ashley Sinclair very early on in my business, and it's always stuck with me. And that's the idea that somebody only says no to this business because of 2 things. And the reason that somebody might say no to this business, the first thing is that they don't have belief in whatever it is that they're doing, or they don't know enough about it. So they don't see the value in what you're offering. So if someone says no to you offering the products, it's because they don't know enough about what the products are and what they're doing for people. If they say no to the opportunity, it's because they don't know enough about the opportunity and what it's doing for people. The second reason that somebody might say no is they don't believe in themselves. And more often than not, it actually has more to do with this second reason, especially if you're doing your job. If you're sharing before and after pictures every day, sharing testimonies from yourself and other people, talking about the opportunity, success stories from other people in the opportunity, then there's a very good chance that they believe the products work, they believe the business works, but they don't believe it could work for them. And that's kind of where these objections come in, right? These, I'm so busy, I have no money, I don't know anybody, I'm not good at sales. Those all have to do with self-belief, belief that they are somebody who could be successful at something like this. So that being said, I think every single person on this Zoom would agree with me when I say that every single one of us had at least one objection to joining this business. Something about your belief in yourself that when the first time this was presented to you, you went, nope, I can't do that. Because you believed that you were not the kind, for some reason, you believed you were not the kind of person that could do this. Yet here you are, and you are doing it. The fact that you're on the Zoom means you're doing it. So I think it's really important to put your potential in your shoes. And I know that sounds a little weird, but like, remember that you are talking to yourself 6 months ago. You are talking to yourself from a year ago. Remember how you felt the first time I messaged you, or or whoever you signed up with messaged you, and how you felt about not just the opportunity and the products, but how you felt about yourself and your own capabilities of doing something like this. So no doesn't mean no, I hate you, you suck. No means not right now, I don't have enough information, I don't see any reason that I could need this. So we're going to talk about the common objections. If you go to the Chasing Diamonds page, which everyone should be in, and you go to files, you'll see a bunch of different files. One of them says objections, and it's a PDF. You can open it up. And in this file, there is pre-written responses for no time, no money, I'm not a salesperson, I don't know anyone / living in a small town, I don't want to bother my friends or bother people, I need to trust first, is this a pyramid / is this a scam? And there's a response. You want to make sure if you're going to take any of these responses that you're obviously reading them, making sure they sound like you, making sure there's accurate information for your personal circumstance within the response that you're giving. But I personally think that so many of these are just so good responses, because what you're saying is it's this whole idea of felt found. Say that one more time so you guys can remember it. When you're trying to relate to somebody, when you're trying to overcome an objection with somebody, you need to remember feel, felt, found. And what I mean by that is, I know exactly how you feel. I felt that way too. But what I found is blank, 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 blank. So somebody says they're busy. Oh my gosh, girl, I feel you. When I started this business, I was working 60 hours a week, trying to pass my classes and planning my wedding. It was craziness. I felt exactly the same way as you did. I didn't think I had time in the day to add in anything else. But what I found is that if I could use social media wisely in 10 or 15 minute slots during the day, I could build a successful business that has now led me to be able to completely own my own time at 24 years old. I think you'd be surprised how flexible this is. Can we talk more about it? You guys see how you just completely diffuse the situation because you're reading to them on another level about what exactly it was, how you felt, and what you found? It's just like a really, really good tool. And you can do that for anything. Not having time, not having money, not being a salesperson, not wanting to bother people, any of those things. But the number one thing that you want to do besides just relating to somebody in order to turn no objections into yeses and, well, yeah, okay, I'll take a closer look, you want to be consistent. Consistent. I will say this word 97 million more times to you over the course of your It Works career, guys. There is nothing more important than showing up consistently for your business. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how good your posts are. I don't care how good your conversations are. If you're not showing up every day, you could be writing the best posts and it doesn't matter. Even writing the worst posts, if you're showing up every single day, people are going to watch that. I literally just broke my heart today. I have a girl who joined and she was doing so good for 5 days. For 5 days, she was posting, she was messaging, she was sending screenshots, she was following up, she was like doing all of the right things. And today she messaged me and said, nobody's signed up. I can't do this. It's not for me. And I said, no, the seeds that you've planted over the last 5 days, someone else is going to be able to harvest them. It's that consistency. It's people watching you, seeing you're not going to quit, seeing you're taking the products yourself, seeing that you're going to be here in a month, in 2 months, in a year, regardless of what they decide to do. That's what builds that trust, guys. And I would say that 99% of people will only know if they trust you, right? The other thing is just that friendliness. And again, going back to this idea of like, a lot of times I think, you know, when we get objections, people think, oh, well, I don't want to be pushy, so I'm not going to try to argue with them. Being friendly and saying, oh my gosh, I understand, and telling them about yourself and telling them about your life and trying to relate with them, that's a friendly, positive thing to do. And I think that a lot more people would be willing to talk with you more about it if you were willing to open up and be a friend. And then at the same time, give them that time. Give them that time and space. If you follow up with somebody and they legitimately say, oh my gosh, this and this, family tragedy, working overtime, craziness, you say, oh my gosh, I am so sorry to hear that. I am praying for your family. Would it be okay if I checked back in a couple weeks or a few weeks or next month or whatever you want to say? People are going to respond well to that. You're being sympathetic, you're being compassionate, and you're just saying, I'm so sorry. When would there be a better time to follow up, or can I follow up in a few weeks? You're still going to need customers in a few weeks, guys. You're still going to need people to join your team next month. So don't let it discourage you to have people wait. This business, literally, you guys, I'm going into this is my 4th year of this business. And 90% of the people that are on this Zoom right now, I don't even think were on my team a year ago. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, barely 5 people out of 17 that were on my team a year ago. So you guys have to have this mindset of, I'm going to be consistent, I'm going to be friendly, I'm going to be positive, I'm going to use feel, felt, found, and I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to be optimistic and positive so that when other people are doubting themselves, when they're doubting their abilities, when they're doubting this opportunity, you are there like a bright light in the darkness saying, no, you can do this, and I believe that you can do this. Sometimes that's all people need to hear is, no, I believe that you can do this. And I think that if we spent more time connecting and empowering our potentials, we would find that more people want to join us. The other thing that I wanted to say about getting no is that I understand that when you're at the beginning of your business and you want to get those 4 customers and you need to chart yourself for Ruby and all these other things, you get into this mode where you're like, I will give you my left hand if you just sign up as a distributor on my team. Like, you freak out a little bit. And it's like, I never, ever, ever want you guys to feel like you need to be that way with your potentials. You never, ever need somebody to join your team more than they need this opportunity. Because guess what? If you beg somebody, if you convince somebody, you're just going to have to beg them and convince them to work. And please take it from somebody who has done this time and time again. It's not worth it. You want to have people who want to be here. And if you give them a chance, they may not want to be here right now, but they might in 6 months. But if you sign them up now, it's not going to work out for them. They're not going to want to do this anymore. They're not going to be around in 6 months to wanting to do this. Does that make sense to you guys? If you can just have that patience and that time. I'm literally looking at Kim right now, and not to shout you out, Kim, but like, I've literally been talking to Kim for like years, guys, about the products, about the business. She's been watching me on Facebook. She's watching me on Instagram. And I could have been pushy. I could have been like, well, what, you going to join my team yet? Like, but she would never have been here. She would never have ended up joining because we wouldn't have the friendship, and she wouldn't have had that trust in me to know that when she did finally decide to do this, I was going to do everything that I could to help her be successful. And now she's here, and she's only been in for a week, and she's like just asking all the right questions, and she's doing so good because she wants to be here. And if I would have forced her to join a year ago, she wouldn't have the mindset that she has now. So you guys just have to have this patience and this optimism that the people who are meant to be in your business are going to be in your business. The people who are supposed to order from you are going to order from you. Okay. Oh, and last note on this. And if you guys wanted to share in the chat or the chat here on Zoom, I would love to see it. What made you finally say yes? What was it that made you finally say yes to this business? And the reason that I'm asking you this is because when you are talking to people, when you're talking to potentials, I want you to think about that. What was it that finally made me say yes to this opportunity? Because those are the things that are going to have people say yes to you in this opportunity. So let's talk about using your tools. Because we have a whole bunch of tools for you guys to use. And again, I feel like a lot of people who maybe you're a little bit newer, or maybe you're not newer, but maybe you're just, I think I froze. No, we're good. Not frozen. Okay. Just making sure. I hate talking when nobody can hear me. So some of the tools that we have for you, and this is especially for those people who are new and feel like you don't have all the answers. Maybe you're brand new, you don't have your own results, or even people who've been in the business for a few months or even a couple of years who feel like they're missing something in terms of really sealing the deal and getting those potentials into the system. So the first thing that I want to talk about is our unlocking your potential page. Okay. I've shared this a few times in the chat, shared this a few times in the pages, but I wanted to talk about it one more time. So unlocking your potential is a Facebook page, and we are going to be having weekly live opportunity meetings every single Sunday. Okay. So every single Sunday, we're going to be going live. We're going to be sharing about the business, how we make money, success stories. People will be going live. This is for you to invite people to. Okay. We don't just do this for fun, even though it is fun to get together and tell our stories. So every single week when you're talking to people about the business, every single week when you're talking to people about the products and they say, I can't afford it. And you say, have you thought about bringing in income? And they say, I'm too busy. I'm from a small town. I'm not a salesperson. I don't have any money. You can say, you know what? I totally get it. Could I add you to a page with some free information? You can look over it whenever you want. Sunday nights, we do a live videos and more information. Can I add you to that? Most people will say yes, because it's very non-pressure. It's not like, okay, well, can you join right now? It's like, can I add you to a page with more information? That's a lot more just casual and professional. So you want to make sure that you're using that. Like I said, every single Sunday. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. When you get to the point in the conversation with the potential where they're like, I don't know, I need to do research, I need to think about it, any of those things, you say, okay, for sure. Can I add you to this page on Facebook? It has more information you can look at. And on Sunday, there's going to be a live opportunity event for you to watch. Yeah, sounds good. You add them on Facebook. Just make sure that you follow up with them on Monday. So Sunday nights, we do the opportunity meeting. Monday, you message them and you say, hey, did you catch the opportunity meeting last night? What did you think? Did you like any of the story? Did you connect with any of the stories? And if they say, no, I didn't catch it, you can say, that's okay. There's another one next week, because they're every single Sunday. And now they're in that page and they're going to be in there to see every single one. The next tool that I want to talk to you guys about is using the before and afters. Okay. When you are talking about products, when you are talking about results, most people don't actually care to read a whole paragraph about what the greens are, what the coffee is, like all that. They just want to know what it does. And so for those of you who are like me, like pregnant or breastfeeding, haven't gotten results for yourself yet, haven't tried the products yet, using before and afters and testimonies from other people is 100% what you need to do to build your confidence and show people that these products, that they work. So in the post ideas page, there is 2 albums full of before and after pictures. The other place that I look for before and after pictures is the It Works Global official Pinterest. I do not look for results anywhere else because they need to be approved. You'll see the format. It's in like a frame. It says it works. It's got like the disclaimer on it. It says what they used and how long they used it for. If it's not in that frame, don't use it. It's not approved by the company. We don't know for sure what they used, if they even used our products at all. We have way too many approved pictures for you guys to be out there sharing pictures that are not approved. It's what gives us good integrity. I know that when I'm sharing a product result with somebody, that it's a product, that it's somebody that really used our products and really got the results that they say they did. We have so many approved results just on our team, guys. Crystal has amazing results. Kaylee has amazing results. Danielle has amazing results. Like, everybody's getting approved right now. So if you ever need more approved results pictures, go on the post ideas page or ask in the group chat, and we'll be able to send you guys some. And testimonies too. It's not just about, right? Our products aren't just about how you look. It's about how you feel. And so I think that's the other thing, you know, a lot of people sometimes say, you know, well, I haven't had great results with the products. Right now, I'm not getting any results with the products. I'm actually gaining weight because I'm growing a human being. And so I just talk about how it makes me feel, how the coffee makes me feel every day. Like, I was literally dead at 1 p.m., but here I am at 6 p.m. able to host a Zoom for you guys because I drank my coffee and greens. There's testimonies in the team page. There's testimonies in the opportunity, unlocking your, have I been saying opportunity knocking this whole time? Probably. Unlocking your potential is our opportunity page. Unlocking your potential. There's testimonies of product results in that page as well. And then there's testimonies, and then you'll see us go live too. I try to go live about this as often as I can. I used to go live about the wraps every single week. So if you don't have the products, I just went live about the coffee and the greens today. Go to my Facebook page, share it to your wall, and say, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get in my skinny coffee and greens. Here's Hope talking. Here's my leader Hope talking more about them. Here's my friend Hope talking more about them. And like I said, we'll be able to share more of those as we do more of them. I used to do the wraps every week, but for obvious reasons, I'm not wrapping right now. A couple of the other tools that we have for you guys is the success story library, which you'll see pinned to the top of the Chasing Diamonds page. These are pre-recorded calls with diamonds and above that are my sidelines that are all under Jade Hooper. So when you're talking to somebody and they are, you know, thinking about it, having objections, whatever, you can say, would you listen to a quick story from one of my friends? I think you'd really enjoy it. And you can say friends without it being weird. I know all of these girls personally. I can find them if you want me to, like on Facebook. But try to send them a story that relates to them. So on the success story library, you'll see a name, a quote unquote tagline, like a sentence about who they are and what their story is about. And then you'll see a link and also a number that they can call to listen to it. So use those success stories. My success story is recorded there as well. So if you're talking to somebody and you're like, yeah, I watched this girl, blah, 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 like I enrolled you, you can say, here's her story, and send them my personal story. Also use three-way calls. And we are not going to dive in too much with the three-way call on this particular Zoom because I am trying to like wrap this up fairly quickly. But a three-way call is basically just you call somebody on the team and you link your potential in, and we both talk to them on the phone. This is just a really great way to give them that third-party validation. I'm pretty much always down to do a three-way call. You just got to book. We just got to find a time that works for us, and then you can call me. The script for the three-way call is in the Chasing Diamonds page. If you have questions about that, you can message me. I think I even did a video about it at one point. It's probably on my YouTube. But that is a tool for you to use as well if somebody's really dragging their feet. Or if they're a friend or family member who is quite skeptical, you could say, well, why don't I connect you with one of my leaders and you can ask them your questions. It kind of diffuses your need to have all the answers or to have this like amazing like success story when you're just starting out. And then your last tools are, like I said, I already talked about the post ideas page because of the before and afters, but honestly, that entire page is a gold mine of pictures, testimonies, post ideas, Instagram stories, how to write a life post, training videos, all of that. And then the new becoming a social media rock star page as well. If you have not added yourself to that yet, please message me or us and whoever, and we'll get you the link so you can add yourself, because that's a lot of the same things: photos, Instagram stories, all that good stuff. Okay, so we've gone over objections, we've gone over tools. Any questions so far? Everyone hanging in there? I'm not talking too fast. Okay, we're gonna go over setting goals real quick in the next like 10 minutes, and then we're gonna be done for the night because I can already feel myself fading. So, in terms of setting goals, and I know that I have literally done a Zoom about this before. I think I did it with Karina. You should set goals in a specific way, because the more that you, the way that you set your goals will determine how you hit your goals. And so I wanted to go over this, and you guys can literally Google this. There's tons of information on this. Setting goals that are SMART, and SMART is acronym, okay? So when you're setting goals for yourself, your goals should be specific. Don't just say, hey, I want to make some money. I'd like to make money to pay my bills. That's very, very generic. How much money do you want to make with your business every month? Put a dollar amount on it. $200, $300, $500, $7 million. It literally doesn't matter what the number is. I just want you to have a specific number. The second thing is measurable. And I think that that is really important when it comes to just tracking how close you're getting to your goals. Luckily with It Works Global, we literally have a roadmap for every single, if you want to make this much money, here's how you do it. Like, we literally have a chart. If you want to make $500 a month, here's a Ruby chart. If you want to make $1,000 a month, here's an Emerald chart. We literally give it to you so that you can see how many teammates do I need, how many sales do I need, all of that stuff. The third thing is attainables. So I know I was being kind of funny a couple minutes ago when I said $7 million. You can set your goal at $7 million, but you should probably have that be like a long-term goal. You want to set goals that are attainable for yourself so that you can actually hit them and feel good about hitting them. So if you're in your first month, your goal should be to do your steps to success. Well, that should be everybody's goal every month, but do your steps to success, which is getting your first 4 customers and 3 new teammates, and going executive or Ruby. That's like, you're the first and second rank. Those are excellent, attainable goals. So make sure that you're setting goals, like, so that's the A, is attainable. And you can do this. You can do this. I'm gonna just take a second and give you guys a hope pep talk. If you're looking at a Ruby chart and you're like 3 people and all of these sales, that is 100% attainable, you guys. I'm sitting here 3.5 years later with a team of like almost 200 people. And if I can do that, there's no reason why you can't find a team of people who want to do this with you. It is 100%. Anything in this business that anyone has done before you is attainable for you. It just comes down to skill set and mindset, like we've been talking about a lot. The fourth thing is relevant. And I think by relevant, I really just want to instill in you guys this idea of it should matter to you. Your goal should be important to you. So if if you're like, I want to make $500 a month, so I'm going to pull out this Ruby chart. My goal is to do that by the end of March, but you don't really know why you want to make $500 a month. Like, you're not sure exactly what that money is going to go towards, or like how it is going to feel on the inside when you hit that goal. You're going to need to think of some relevant things that are making you want this goal and thinking about this goal. So like when I got started, it was, I want to make $300 a month. So I'm going to try to go Ruby, and I'm going to try to do it in my first 3 calendar months because we had a $500 bonus going on. And the reason that I wanted that is because every single month we were living paycheck to paycheck, and I just wanted to be able to fill up my gas tank all the way. I wanted to be able to buy groceries without putting stuff back at the grocery store. And my little pipe dream in the back of my head was, if I can make a full $300 a month every single month, I could go to the dealership and I could get a car for myself, because we were sharing a car at the time. And so that's why it was relevant to me, that I knew exactly what that $300 a month was going to go towards. So that's specific, measurable, attainable, relevant. And then the fifth is time-based. And that's, attainable and time-based kind of go hand in hand. So you can have the biggest goals, the biggest dreams in the entire world. Just make sure you're setting it on a good timeline for yourself. So like I said, if you're in your first month or your first couple months, tell yourself you want to go Ruby by the end of March. I'm going to go Ruby by the end of March. That's a totally attainable time-based goal. If you're just getting started and you want to go Diamond, we'll say you want to go Diamond by by summer, by the end of May, by May 30th, or May 31st, you want to go. I can never tell how many days months have. It's 31 days of May. It's fine. I just had to sing the little song in my head. So give yourself time-based goals. For me, sitting here, 3.5 years later, charted for triple diamond. I want to go presidential diamond by the time I have my baby. My baby is due at the end of July. So my goal is to go presidential by the end of June. And I'm going to do that with specific, measurable, attainable, relevant goals. So that's kind of a broader goals kind of thing. So you're sitting here and you're like, I want to go Ruby and I want to do it by the end of March and I have my chart out. Okay, now what? And now is where setting smaller goals, like daily or weekly goals, is really going to help you move towards this broader goal of how much money you want to make a month, what rank you want to be, all those things. So once again, you can use this system to set goals for yourself on a daily basis. So for me, some of the things that I have been setting goals for myself of are I want to get up 5 host posts at least every day. That's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's relevant, and it's time-based, right? 5 host posts up on Facebook every single day. When I'm going really hard on Instagram, I'll say something like, I want to get 10 new phone numbers in my phone today. Again, specific, measurable, attainable, all of these things. So I'm not necessarily saying I want to send an X amount of messages. It's more like I'm going to send enough messages to get X result, whatever that looks like. Some days I can message like 20 people and get up 5 host posts. Some days I got to message like 50 people to get up 5 host posts. It just kind of depends on the day and who I'm talking to. Other things are, just setting that daily list for yourself. How many times do you want to post? For me, it's once or twice a day. How many slides do I want to add to my story? 5 to 10 slides every day of the business with little things about my life in between. I'm going to follow up with people who I talked to yesterday. So again, if I'm doing my job with host to posts and getting phone numbers and all that, I'm going to go back and reach out to them today. And then I want to add enough people to gain 50 followers on both of my Instagrams. And I actually just hit my maximum on Facebook. But when I was adding on Facebook, I was trying to add 25 new friends a day. So instead of setting like, I'm going to send 100 messages on Instagram and 100 messages on Facebook, you really just want to set what is your goal for results that you want to get from sending messages. Okay. And that's it. That's all I've got for you guys tonight. So let me look through the chat real quick, make sure I didn't miss any questions. Oh, we're going to read some of these, why people finally decided to join. I was finally fed up of living paycheck to paycheck and struggling to have food in our house, finally being able to afford to sign up, knowing that there was no strings attached because I was scared of starting and failing, only having $17 to my name and literally nothing to lose. I was fed up with being miserable in every single job. I knew I had nothing to lose and just so much to gain. Once again, I found myself struggling to pay for college expenses. I realized I had been struggling like this for years, feeling like a failure. Basically, it was the last straw. I want to be a stay-at-home mom, but I'm not out of my comfort zone yet. That's okay. I was tired of working like crazy and not being able to keep my head above water and losing precious time with my girls. Yeah, I mean, there's all different reasons for joining. I joined because I literally knew that I was going to go to the store and spend like $100 at Target, because retail therapy was always my go-to. So I could spend $100 at Target, or I could spend $100 on a business, and one of them was probably going to pay off for me, and one of them was never going to pay off for me. So do you guys have any questions about overcoming objections, using your tools, or setting goals? Nope. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for tonight then, guys. I will make sure that this recording gets up tomorrow. Thank you for getting on today. I love you guys. I will see you guys next Thursday. We will do this again. If you have an idea for a topic for me, please let me know. I'm going to go ahead and end it, but if anyone wants to hop back on in Power Hour, obviously you're more than welcome to. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.